point finger, not card.
He went to them not without emotion. The
Remembrance
of Natasha was Boris' most poetic
like poetry, poetic
remembrance. But at the same time, when he went with the firm Boris' most intention of letting her and her family feel clearly that the childhood relations between himself and Natasha could not be binding either on
move your finger
on her or on him. He had a brilliant position in society owing to his intimacy with the Countess Betukov, a brilliant position in the service owing to his patronage of an important person whose confidence he fully enjoyed, and he had a nascent project of marrying one of the richest eligible girls in Petersburg, which could very easily be realized when Boris entered the Rostovs' drawing room. Natasha was in her room learning of his arrival. She blushed and almost ran into the drawing room. Beaming with a more than affectionate smile, Boris remembered the Natasha of 4 years ago, in a short dress with dark eyes shining from under her curls, and desperate
good job,
childish laugh, and therefore when quite a different Natasha of 4 years ago.
Different Natasha came in.
Different Natasha came in. He became embarrassed, and his face showed a delighted surprise. Natasha was glad of that expression on his face. Well, do you recognize your old mischievous friend? Asked the Countess. Boris kissed Natasha's hand and said He was surprised at the change in her. How pretty you grown. What else? Natasha's shine-eyed replied. And
Has
Papa agreed.
No. Aged.
Aged.
That means got older. Aged.
She asked. Natasha sat down and without entering into the conversation between Boris and the Countess, silently studied her childhood wooer in the
minutest detail. Minutest means smallest, okay?
Okay. He felt the weight of persistent and
affectionate. I turn the AC on, okay?
Affectionate gaze upon him and glanced at her from time to time.
Does it feel better?
Yeah. Boris's uniform, spurs, tied haircut, all this was the most fashionable, and Natasha noticed it at once. He sat slightly sideways on the armchair next to the Countess, smoothing with the right hand the cleanest of model gloves on
molded
gloves on the left. Spoke with an especially refined pursing of the lips about the amusements of Petersburg high society, and with mild mockery recalled the old times in Moscow and Moscow acquaintances. It was not by chance, as Natasha could feel, that in naming the high aristocracy he mentioned a ball he had attended at the ambassadors, the mention from N.N. and S.S.
Good job. Okay, close the book.
Okay.
And then get back. You're done reading for today. Great job.